So the review on this Ibanez Classical. I'm not a classical guitar player. I'm going to ramble on for a while. So I'm going to ramble on for a while, give you my views on this Ibanez Classical guitar, nylon string. I am not a good guitar player. I play steel string. Most of my guitars are Ibanez because they are very comfortable for me, very easy to play. So I'm not really much of a nylon string player, but the more I play it, the more I just love the mellow, beautiful sound. And I find that it's so easy to play, kind of like an electric guitar. Electric guitar's got thinner strings, makes lighter strings much easier to play. But as you play something like a nylon string, especially for me, I notice that my ability to play is increased substantially. So as far as a review of should you buy this, that's mainly what I want to do on this review, is should you buy this? If you're a beginning guitar player and you have no intentions of playing lead guitar or electric guitar, and you were strictly a steel string guitar player, let me get out my steel string now. This is an Ibanez. And so I just want you to see the difference in the two guitars. You've got that bold, rich sound of the steel strings. These are 80/20 bronze. I've done a lot of reviews on the D'Addario strings. So let me show you. I know you're here for a review on the nylon string, but listen to the difference in sound here. Let's get the nylon string, and you can hear the difference in sound. Completely different sound. Let me go back to the steel and do a little bar chord here. And we'll get the nylon string. So my thought on the nylon string, let's do the bar chord. What it is about the nylon string, but you just heard the difference in the playing technique. I'm so much freer with the nylon. Let me get the steel and find out why I didn't do that. Maybe it's the strumming. I just find I am a better player with the nylon strings, and it helps me practice better because I am freer. Whoops. Let's do some pentatonic. Now, I'm going to go over to the steel string, and I know I'm not going to play anywhere near as free as I did with the nylon strings. So my thought on this is that if you are a lead player, then none of these guitars have any interest for you. You just wouldn't care about them because you want to do your electric guitar stuff. And if you're a steel string, like I am, steel string player, and I'm not really much of a lover of nylon strings, and I really didn't like the sound of it, and I'm like, why would somebody want this boring, dull play and boring, dull sound? And the more I play it, the more I just love it. I absolutely love it. So my recommendation is that if you play steel strings and you've always played it and you're just an incredibly good player, you'd probably be an amazing player. Listen to that. God, it just melts me when I do that. It's so beautiful. You would probably be an incredible player with nylon strings. All right, very easy for me to do that, and it lets my expression come out. I'm able to just experiment on the fretboard. And now I'm going to try the same thing, if I can find the same position on the steel. You can already hear that I'm screwed up with this. I'm just not as free and loose of a player. So, what is my review of the Ibanez Classical? Well, first off, I love Ibanez. Again, they're very comfortable. They're very easy to play. The price is reasonable. I would rather go out and spend $300 on an Ibanez, and when it needs fret work and lots of fixing, just throw it away and go buy a new one, and to go out and spend $1,000 on a guitar that I'm going to have to go out and spend $300 on every time I want it fixed up. So I love the Ibanez. They're good quality. They sound incredible. Oh my God, listen to that. It's so much easier to just do this playing with the thumbs and the fingers that you really, well, you could do it with steel if you're a really good player, but listen to this. It's a completely different sound, obviously, but so I think everybody should get a nylon string guitar and see how they do with it. Look at this. See how good you do with the thing. See if you like it. See if you're able to play better, if you can express yourself more. So much easier on the fingers. Wow. I never play this high up on the neck on the steel, probably because I can't. And I just find that I'm teaching myself better. I'm a self-taught player, obviously you can tell that I am not that good. But I'm self-taught, and I find that I can couldn't do that with a steel, even with the lighter strings. I just couldn't do it. There's no way. With the nylon, I can, and it's helping me move around the fretboard more. I like this cutaway over here. It makes it much easier. I never understood why they had cutaways on here, but makes it a lot easier to do that, and I don't have a cutaway on my steel, so I can't get up to the higher notes. Now, you've got two ways that you can look at this. If you are a steel string player, you plan on just playing steel, then a lot of people will say, learn on the steel, you'll build up the strength in your fingers, and you will be playing at a level that you need to be for the steel strings. And if you start off with nylon, then your fingers aren't going to be as strong, and you're going to have to build up your finger strength over time. Don't start with the calluses. You don't become a better player because of calluses. You become a better player when your fingers are stronger. So people will say that if you start off with the nylon, then you're going to have to learn how to play the steel. If you start off with the nylon, in my opinion, you are going to learn how to use your fingers. You're going to learn to have more agility, more ability. Your fingers are going to become more used to playing up and down the fretboard, and because of that, you will be a better player. And because it's more of a mellow sound, it's easier to play some of the notes, but you'll become a better player because you can become more expressive. And when you're with steel, if you're a very good player, good for you. But if you're a beginner like me, 5 years a beginner, 6 years a beginner, if you're a beginner like me, then unless you've gone through lots of lessons and training and you know how to be expressive, it's just not going to come out as good. Oops. It sounds good, but it is not, it just doesn't have the emotional feeling doesn't have that feeling that you get on a classical guitar. So my goal in this review was not so much to talk about all the inlays and what a beautiful sounding machine this thing is, or if it's quality made. My goal of the review is, should you buy a nylon string guitar? And hopefully I've given you some things to think about, why you would want to get one. And I think a lot of it also has to do with your personality. If you're a big, tough rock and roller person, you're going to go with the electric guitar because that can express your macho-ness of radical sounds. And if you are more of just a guitar player that enjoys the music side of it and not the noise side of it, then you're going to want a steel string guitar. Wow, I think I just categorized all guitar players into 3 groups. And if you're a cool person who's got an understanding for music and some sensitivity in you, and some feeling and emotion, and you're awesome, then you'll probably enjoy playing a nylon string guitar, where you can just sit in a room by yourself, no noise, no outside anything to bother you, and you can just sit there and go. Now, I'm not trained, obviously you can tell, but all I'm doing is just doing the basic open chords and doing some plucking here. No classical training at all, as you can tell. But it sounds awesome, and it's a lot of fun. So my review recommendation is, yeah, this guitar is incredible. The price, you just can't beat it. I bought it during I called up on the phone and I said, give me a deal on this thing, and they took $50 off just from a phone call. So I got free shipping, and they took $50 off of this thing. I ended up getting a great deal, better than I could get in a store. So yeah, I love this guitar. It sounds beautiful. I got it a few days ago. I keep picking it up. Well, I do that with all my guitars, but I keep picking this thing up and just... been messing around with finger patterns and scales, and I have, you can hear it right then, I delayed on that. So nothing bad about steel string guitars. I love it, and I will continue to play them. But for relaxability, if that's a word, enjoyability, the nylon string just sets me off. Just hearing the sound, the beautiful sound of the mellow strings. Hopefully my review helped you. If you leave comments, be nice, nothing rude or mean. If you want to do a thumbs up or a subscribe or a like, that would be awesome. If you want to share this on a website, I would appreciate that. If you want me to do a video review of your products or anything you have that you can think of, let me know. Contact me on here, and I'll try to do it. Hey, good luck in your playing. Whatever you do, enjoy it.